And welcome to Sean's View Entertainment on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, where there is no holding back and it's always prolific, consistent, and dedicated. Here to give my views and my opinions. John Cena versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. For John Cena, it's about revenge over Rollins breaking his nose. But I think for Seth Rollins, it's going to be a lot more significant. And it's a lot more than that. Because you see, Seth Rollins, and once again, this is my opinions of the match, okay? It's his opinion and the title of the video, okay? And it's this. And it's very easy to comprehend, okay? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. Seth Rollins' championship reign has been lackluster, has been meaningless, has been atrocity, has been a laughingstock. The integrity, the influence. If Seth Rollins, and I know it's not all Seth Rollins' fault. Listen, I know it's not all Seth Rollins' fault. It's the booking, it's the creative, it's the fact that he's a heel. Listen, if they want to make us believe, if they want to make us see Seth Rollins for the champion that he is, because he does have a hell of a great mindset. He's got great talent. He's got good in-ring prowess. He knows his way around that ring. He knows his maneuvers. Seth Rollins is a good to great wrestler, but he could be an even better champion. But you know what? As Seth Rollins has been the WWE World Heavyweight Champion through the cheating, the disqualifications, the conniving, the manipulating, the torturing, the lying, if Seth Rollins wants to be taken at face value, if Seth Rollins wants to be up front, if Seth Rollins wants to have any sort of influence at SummerSlam with no cheating, no lies, no tactics, Seth Rollins must legitimately and confidently defeat John Cena for the 1, 2, 3. And you know what? If he has to resort to bringing back a move that was banned in, the curb stomp, well then bring back the curb stomp. If it takes 1, 2, 3, if it takes a pedigree, you got to do it. And I'm a John Cena fan. I support John Cena. I back John Cena. Everyone knows that I represent the green and the orange. But at the end of the day, we all know what kind of champion John Cena is, but we don't quite frankly know the kind of champion Seth Rollins can be. We know what he is right now, but we know what Seth Rollins can be. So what I'm saying is Seth Rollins he has to defeat John Cena to bring the credibility and the legitimacy of him being a champion. He wants to make it legit. He wants to make it proper. He wants to have his name in the Hall of Fame. He wants to have pictures of him and all these things to do with Seth Rollins in the WWE headquarters. He wants a statue of him. Then you defeat John Cena. And not only do you defeat John Cena, but maybe you got to embarrass John Cena. Maybe you got to torture John Cena. Maybe go 1 inch further. Go a step further, Seth Rollins. Prove the kind of champion you are. Prove the kind of competitor you are. Prove just who you are in the ring. Not only pin John Cena, but can you do what no other man has been able to do in about 10 years? As John Cena has never give up and never back down. You can't see me. Can you do what hasn't been done in such a long time? And that is make John Cena tap out. Can you do that? Is Seth Rollins capable? Yes. Is he probable of defeating John Cena? No, not under the circumstances of, well, he has to resort to cheating and underhanded tactics. Listen, I'm a John Cena fan all day long, but even I realize when a champion needs to step up and a champion needs to walk that line and a champion needs to be exactly a representation of the world heavyweight champion. So if Seth Rollins has an inch of dignity and honor and respect and all the champions that have come before him, if he doesn't want to be Triple H's bitch, yes, I said it, bitch, then Seth Rollins needs to step up to the plate, be a man, and accept the fact, can he or can he not defeat John Cena? Now, yeah, sure, you can go in the history books, you can go in the back, you can go in the past, and you can see it, whether it was a triple threat match, whether it was a tag team match, whether it was even a one-on-one match. There is a lot of history between Cena and Rollins. But in each of those times where Rollins has defeated Cena, there has been shenanigans. There has been controversy. There has been so many things in the way. Remember Triple H, how he always needed help. Oh, he needed evolution. He needed DX. He needed this. He needed the corporation. He needed Shane. He needed a variety of different people. And then one time Triple H said, screw this, I become the game. I become that damn good. I become Triple H and I get the job done on my own. I do it by myself. Seth Rollins can do it by himself, but he chooses not to do it because I think in the back of Seth Rollins' mind, he's thinking there is some doubt. He's questioning himself, whether or not he can do it. We all know he's capable. We all know he can do it, but he's being held back. He's being held back from the kind of competitor he could be. And I realize that Seth Rollins thinks he's the face. He thinks he's the champion, but he has not carried himself as a champion. He has not carried himself as the follower and the believer of what we're supposed to believe and what we're supposed to see. He has not taken that ball and run with it like a champion is supposed to. Have we ever seen John Cena resort to cheating and tactics and shenanigans and all these other different things to win a match? How many times during Seth Rollins' reign as champion have we seen him disqualification? And I understand that, yes, Seth Rollins defeated Neville in a match for the WWE World Championship. I get that, I understand that, but once again, Neville is no John Cena. When it talks about being in the main event, when it talks about being a contender, in contention, a champion, Seth Rollins has what it takes, but he has to prove that he has what it takes to defeat one of the most decorated, one of the most influential, one of the most respected champions of this decade, and that's John Cena. Now, yes, I'm chanting for, I'm rooting for, and I hope that John Cena becomes a 16-time champion. But I also realize that Seth Rollins is good enough to be a detour to Cena, to get in Cena's way, to make sure he doesn't get to number 16. But the question is, can Seth Rollins be man enough to do it on his own at SummerSlam when the lights are on bright? We know what Cena can do. We know what he can bring to the table. We know the kind of champion and pride that Cena has. And we know how Cena can win matches. But we also know that Seth Rollins can win matches the same exact way. He himself has to prove it to the doubters and the skeptics who say he can't do it alone, and say, I can do it alone. And this is coming from a John Cena fan. Subscribe.